Good Wednesday morning, February the 8th, 2023. In today's video, we're going to be talking about our first storm system to bring heavy rainfall, strong winds, heavy snowfall, and severe weather for much of the Midwest and the Great Lakes. Then, we're going to be talking about and discussing confidence is increasing on a stronger storm system for the Midwest for next week that could bring quite a bit of snowfall and some strong winds, followed by warm temperatures across the east with crazy cold back west on the third part of this video. So to start off your morning, here's a look at your RTMA current temperatures for your Wednesday at 10 in the morning Eastern Standard Time for February the 8th, 2023. And we can see temperatures right now across the northern plains are a bit chilly, so if you're waking up, you may have to defrost your windshield as temperatures are in the lower 30s and upper 20s. But if you're across the deep south, you're waking up to some mild temperatures, 60s and 70s, with 74 degrees in Miami, Florida, while it is currently about 72 degrees in Jackson, Florida at this time. And then if you are in southeastern Texas, it is currently in the 70s. But boy, if you are in the Rockies, pretty chilly. Temperatures in the teens and single digits, with 30s across California, and temperatures are in the 40s across the Northeast and 30s across the Great Lakes. Your temperature 24-hour change is cooler for Texas, anywhere between 7 to 10 degrees cooler than it was 24 hours ago, with temperatures anywhere between 10 and 20 degrees warmer across the southeast, the eastern seaboard, and the northeast, with temperatures roughly between about 4 degrees warmer and 4 degrees cooler than 24 hours ago across the Rockies, the northern plains, the high plains, and the Pacific Northwest, where it is currently 5 degrees cooler than it was 24 hours ago. And again, this is RTMA data. Wind gusts, not too bad out there, anywhere between 15 to 25 mile an hour wind gusts for the deep south, with pretty strong winds, boy. Winds anywhere between 20 to 30, with gusts between 50 and 60 miles an hour across portions of western Montana, part of that weather system that is going to bring quite a bit of impacts here for the Great Lakes as we go into Thursday and Friday. Your daytime highs for Wednesday afternoon through the evening hours, this ends at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're going to warm up pretty nicely. If you are in Miami, Florida, temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s. Look at this. If you are in Tampa, Florida, 82 degrees is your forecast high today. If you are in the northern plains, after starting off with temperatures in the 20s, you will be warming up into the low to mid 40s. So a nice warm up there further north you go, versus in other areas like Wyoming, Idaho, and portions of Montana, you're not going to really warm up much today. Temperatures are going to stay in the 20s after starting off again this morning, with temperatures in the single digits and lower teens. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s across California, Southern California, and the desert Southwest, thanks to upper level ridging and blue skies that will lead to nice warm up temperatures. Great Lakes in the Northeast, you're going to have temperatures there in the 40s and 30s during the day, especially up here to the north. It might be a little chillier, but it's going to be warmer than it has been in days past, thanks to warmer temperatures and warmer air advection that is going to bring in the next storm system. So here's a look at the latest NAM model as far as that system goes. Remember our confidence meter, 10 being the most confident, 1 being the lowest confidence in the predictability with a weather system or a weather pattern evolution. Okay, so we can see by this afternoon, this is right around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for your Wednesday, February the 8th, 2023, and we can see there's your system. We got showers, we got some thunderstorms that we're going to contend with. There is an enhanced risk for severe weather, but unfortunately, I do have school today, so I will not be able to do a live stream, but instead, I am making a morning upload for you all since you guys are awesome. So showers and thunderstorms are anticipated. By the time we go into, Thursday here, you can see the well-defined cold front and warm front meeting up where this surface low actually is over St. Louis, Missouri at 1 in the morning on your Thursday. So again, wet roadways, maybe some ponding on roadways, Very strong winds are anticipated. We are anticipating to see power lines down, trees down, especially over Indiana and Ohio, where high wind watches and warnings have been issued with gusts that could exceed 60 miles an hour. Going all the way into now Thursday morning here to Thursday evening, right around 7 p.m., you can see actually 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., we can see there is your cold front and warm front that is going to be draped across the region. Colder air going to be trying to filter in on the back side, so some snow chances are expected there. So you can see here for Thursday morning on the GFS model, so that we looked at the NAM, we're now going to the global standpoint of things since this is a little farther out. We can see 986, there is your cold front, well-defined, warm front, and strong winds. That goes into the Great Lakes by 7 p.m. on Thursday. So this is going to be a quick mover. This is not hanging around at all very long. So that's going to lead to lesser flood concerns, but the winds are going to be a big deal since this system has a lot of wind energy to begin with, and that's going to help to get the winds at the surface very strong. Pressure gradient winds that are anticipated. All right, also, with that being said, that system's going to be moving through. There's also going to be severe weather that is anticipated with this weather system as it plows through the area. Our categorical risk from the Storm Prediction Center today has issued an enhanced risk for severe weather from Wednesday through Thursday for the Deep South. There is an enhanced and slight risk for severe weather for eastern Texas, for Louisiana, for Mississippi, and for Arkansas. This is driven by a 15% chance for damaging winds and a 10% chance for tornadoes. Non-SIG tornadoes aren't anticipated today, but due to the instability and the kinematic environment, we could see at least one strong tornado potentially in this area today. Doesn't surprise me, again, because of what the kinematics and the environment do allow. Hail risk, though, is pretty low, only at a 5% chance for some large hail today. Now, also, there's going to be some heavy rainfall. That's going to lead to some flood concerns for the Deep South and the Southeast. For day one, which is down here, there's a slight risk for flash flooding and heavy rainfall for Arkansas, for Missouri, and for southeastern corner of Oklahoma. For day two, there's a marginal risk for flash flooding for southern Alabama, western portion there of Georgia, and western Florida, followed by a day three marginal risk for flooding and heavy rainfall for western Florida, for central and southern Georgia, for the southern portion of the Carolinas, like South and North Carolina, expecting to see some of that going on. So now back to our GFS model again, looking ahead at our next system that is expected to develop here. This is in 54 hours. Again, our confidence meter is on the top right side of the screen, so refer to that if for confidence, okay, without me having to tell you every single frame. So Friday morning, this is a look at that forecast. We can see showers and thunderstorms that are anticipated. Again, the flood concerns are high. Therefore, this yields high confidence in the very high confidence in the forecast. And this continues all the way through day three. So through Saturday morning at 7 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, quite a bit of rainfall, moderate to heavy, that is anticipated. And that continues all the way through through Saturday evening. As we can see here, there's your surface low, moderate to heavy rainfall, and then if it gets cold enough due to dynamic cooling, some snow showers are anticipated over the Carolinas, over West Virginia, and Virginia by Sunday morning. So if you're headed out to church, if you're doing anything outdoors early in the morning, just keep in mind skies could be quite ominous and stormy with strong winds that are anticipated, and this yields very high confidence in the forecast. This goes all the way through Sunday night into early Monday morning, where it's going to clip the northeast with moderate to heavy rainfall and some leftover snow showers as that low moves off the coast. Now, we did talk about our next storm system for the middle of next week. This yields high confidence now in the forecast that this is going to be developing. It hasn't budged very much, which is why my arrow points to number 8 on the confidence meter. So this includes for northern Georgia, for Oklahoma. Look at that rain. That's going to be coming down pretty stinking hard. Anywhere between about a half an inch an hour, maybe 3/4 of an inch an hour over Oklahoma City. We got some strong thunderstorms that are expected here for eastern Texas, so keep that in mind. Another one of these low-latitude cyclones going to be developing off the New Mexico Plateau by early next week. By Tuesday night, look at that curly Q. Very strong front here. We got the surface low that is there. We got a nice warm front that's going to be draped across Kentucky and southern Indiana. So again, we could be looking at some supercells to the south of this and some nasty thunderstorms along that cold front. Maybe some tornadoes, some strong winds, and some damaging, strong winds, large hail, and damaging winds. Okay, I said it twice, but either way you put it, nasty storm system, a curly Q-shaped like system, indicates a lot of wind that is anticipated. All right, by Wednesday morning, you can see that system goes into the Great Lakes, but again, this yields now medium to high confidence in the forecast because the GFS has been doing some crazy things with how this system is going to pan out, okay? And that moves into the Great Lakes by Thursday next week, February the 16th at 7 p.m. Look at this. Very heavy rainfall that could be anticipated over Alabama, Mobile, as well as Georgia and the Carolinas. Medium confidence this far out, though, and this kind of gets on the lower to medium side by the time we go out into 8 to 9 days as that system exits the area. Okay, so if you haven't done this already, please subscribe to the channel. We are almost there at 5,000 subs. Let's get this video out to 100 likes if you all can, because there's a lot of information that I am providing this in the video. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, so now looking at the European model really quickly, showers and thunderstorms, some of them could be strong. Definitely a 10 on the confidence meter today. This is going to bring quite a bit of snowfall over Iowa, over Wisconsin, over southern and central portion there of Illinois. Look at this, a very dynamic system moving across the Great Lakes and the Northeast. Let's fast forward this into, say, Sunday. All right, 7 a.m., there's your another cyclone that develops, a low-latitude one over the eastern half there of the U.S., including for the eastern seaboard. Quite a bit of rain and strong winds that are anticipated, followed by another one by Tuesday, and then going all the way into even Wednesday here, 7 in the morning, that system. Now, the European model wants a whole separate scenario here versus the GFS. If we go all the way back to that, you can see the GFS kind of wants this to be combined, while the European model wants a separate system exiting before another system tries to develop here. This is why our confidence is not very great this far out, because it could be one or the other. But either way, it looks like a system does develop by the middle of next week that could bring very heavy snowfall, very strong winds, very impactful system here. This yields about medium to high confidence right now at this time in the forecast, with medium confidence by the time we go into Friday morning on the 17th of February. But wow, that's a very strong system if that actually ends up happening. So your daytime temperatures, we did mention those right now at the very beginning of the video, so we'll just jump to day 2. So tomorrow for Florida looks to be even warmer. Temperatures in the mid-80s. How about that, Floridians? You're loving this warm weather. Goodbye, cold Arctic air, huh? Temperatures in the mid-60s over Indiana, over Ohio. Look at this. Very warm temperatures down here for the deep south and for the mid-Atlantic seaboard. That's part of the warm weather that is anticipated for California. Mid-60s for your Thursday, really warm. All the cold air gone. Temperatures in the 30s during the day for the Dakotas Only the coldest weather that you could find is probably in Wyoming and Utah and Colorado, where you're going to have temperatures stuck in the 30s, 20s, and even some lower teens out there. And then by Friday, colder weather tries to return over the northern tier with temperatures in the 20s. But look at this. Very warm over Florida, possibly near record high temperatures. Very warm for the southeast and the eastern seaboard. Very warm down here near Fresno and Bakersfield and portions of Palm Springs and, say, Phoenix and Tucson, Arizona. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s for your Friday. Cooler weather does arrive, though, as more cooler air comes out of the north. Temperatures are going to moderate some for the southeast, but look at this, 60s in Texas, and that continues all the way through day 5 with some mild temperatures. Winter really hasn't come back for the Great Lakes and for the Midwest, which is good news. And a few of you have been leaving comments about that. Is like, our winter's likely over. I wouldn't say just yet. If this continues probably through mid-March, then you can consider it to be over. All right, so your 6 to 10 day temperature probability outlook calls for a 70 to 90% chance that your temperatures are going to be above normal over the Great Lakes and the eastern seaboard. Look at this, very warm likely for this region through the 10-day forecast. Below average temperatures are expected over across the West Coast and the Four Corners. Okay, so some nice cool weather is just loving us. That's the great news to hear, right? While it's been really warm. And that continues through the next 14 days with a 50 to 60% chance of above average temperatures over the eastern portion of the U.S. with a 50 to 60 to near 70% chance for temperatures to be below average over the western half of the U.S., including the Rockies and the High Plains, where you're at equal chances at this time. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, again, we want to review with what we talked about. We talked about, again, that first storm to bring heavy rainfall, strong winds, and heavy snowfall with severe weather today for the Deep South. Unfortunately, I will not be able to live stream it. Wednesdays and Thursdays, I'm never available to do anything because I have school those days. So I do apologize. It's just timing. It's just not going to work out today. Maybe this evening I'll try to fit something in, but most likely the severe weather would probably be over by then. Confidence, though, is increasing on that stronger storm for the Midwest next week, and I'm hoping that it does not happen on Wednesday or Thursday, so I'm able to live stream that for you all. And then, of course, the big warm-up we did talk about in the video looks pretty substantial for the southeast and for the eastern half of the U.S. with record high temperatures that are possible each and every day. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Share, like, and subscribe, and share this with your family and friends, and also leave a comment in the section below to help get this video out to as many people as possible. That's going to do it with this video. Thank you all for watching.